Hi everyone, my name is Norah Abokhodair, and today I'll be briefly presenting some of the major findings from our paper, Holy Tweets, Exploring the Sharing of Quran on Twitter. Religious and spiritual rituals are important aspects of Muslim societies, and they are noticed in every aspect of life. They're tangibly, visibly, and audibly built into the environment. As you visit a Muslim country, you'll quickly notice the mosques everywhere, the call for prayers. In addition, today's networked era is really seeing a rapid and high adoption rates and usage rates from Arab Muslims. So, for example, on Twitter alone, there are 15 million active Saudi Arabian users, and that's just one country. So, what's really fascinating and inspired by Genevieve Bill's work on techno-spirituality and Heidi Campbell's work on digital religion, we really wanted to dive into the ways Islamic rituals are transcending offline boundaries and finding new forms of expression online through studying Quran sharing on Arabic Twitter specifically. We're really motivated by many reasons. One of them is that, as you can see in this photo behind in the slide, if I do a quick search of Quran tweets on Bing, you'll notice right away that all of the results that showed up were mostly focused on ISIS, on terrorism, and that's not really the correct representation or the main representation of why people share Quran on Twitter. So, in order for us as Arab researchers from a Muslim background in the CSCW community to contribute a holistic lens to interpret users' behaviors, and specifically Arab Muslim users, that we think is very core for developing empathy and inclusion-based technologies, we are conducting this study. We also think that the new media has become the space for practicing many of these offline religious rituals. So we want to contribute to the collective effort of documenting, archiving the bidirectional effect of technology on religion and religion on technology in the context of the Arab world. And with that documentation, we are contributing to that longitudinal effort to understand historically, and maybe in 10 years, look back and see how did a ritual move from an offline practice to an online practice, and keep a document of that through academic publishing. Three researchers came together, myself, Norah Abokhodair, and my co-authors, AbdelRahim Elmadany and Walid Magdy, to conduct this iterative mixed method study. The focus of the study and the beginning of it was through a quantitative study of Arabic Twitter data set. We share really interesting and unique methods of extracting Quran verses from tweets. Please read the paper. We also triangulate these results with qualitative study findings, where we conducted a survey study of with 135 respondents and also 7 qualitative interviews. The research questions that we ask are really broad. So we ask, what role does online expression play in religious life for Muslims from the Arab world? We also ask, how do the affordances of social media influence religious expression online? And we lastly ask, how do the affordances of social media foster emergent religious practices? In the study, we ask questions that are focused on how do Arab Muslims share the Quran on Twitter and why? What are the most shared Quran verses on Twitter? And what are they about and by whom? In my quantitative analysis, we discovered that Quran verses were commonly used across different account types. In the paper, we discuss how we went about dividing the data set into specific account types. We noticed that Quran was shared across all of them. And in addition to that, the top shared verses in the jihad category, which is a category that was causing a lot of these misconceptions outside of the CSCW community and research, that the top shared verse in that category was concerned with reminding Muslims that their fate is determined by God. In the side here, I share the top shared verse of the complete verse category, which is again like a verse shared for the meaning of optimism and hope. In terms of the qualitative study findings, we noticed really fascinating observations. Some of them are relevant to a lot of the offline rituals that noticed commonly used in everyday life. such as ceaseless charity. We notice that Quran is being tweeted for the purpose of ceaseless charity, and that's the continuous charity that follows someone with good deeds even after they pass. We also notice that people share them for reflection, contemplation, in addition to sharing them as an expression of solidarity during tragic events. What was also extremely unique and fascinating in our research study is the use of automation through specific applications that are dedicated for creating what we call in the paper digital memorial accounts that are dedicated for deceased family members or friends that would continuously tweet Quran verses. And those are somehow connected to these concepts of remembrance agents and ceaseless charity. So please go to our website or to the CSCW website, read our paper, ask us questions, reach out to us. This is my email. We are really excited to hear from you.